Yeah, well, it could have gone better. I think we not conceding that goal at the end, but no, I don't want to focus on any negatives today. Today it was all positive for us. Really good performance from the group. Very important game for us. We knew we needed to win. We knew we needed to perform well. We know how difficult this ground can be and what a good team Fulham are. So yes, there was a sending off, which certainly helped us. But even before that, I thought it was a good feel about the team today. I thought we looked body language, everything. Our attitude to the game was spot on.
It's hard to be on the receiving end of a red card anytime. Crikey, that's a red card, isn't it? I mean, you'd have accepted one of your players for a foul like that.
Well, yeah, it's difficult. I haven't seen it again. My initial feeling was that that was high, and I think whenever there's height and force, I think the player's safety is in danger. And I thought Sean was lucky to get up from that one. So that's without seeing it again. So I might be corrected, but the referee probably had a similar view. Hence, he gave the red card.
Do you feel that performance, that result was coming because you've had games you've played well this season and not got the win?
Well, I hoped it was coming, Luke, but nothing's ever guaranteed in football, and I think every week you have to give yourself a chance to win. I think we've done that. We haven't finished our chances when they've been there. We've let games slip away from us that were winnable. So today we're at a pivotal moment in our season, really, and I think I emphasised today how important the game was to the players. You go one or two ways from that point, but they responded really well, and I was delighted with the group as a whole.
You have Bruno and Wilson back in the team through that spine. You just have that bit of extra point. Yeah,
you do, and they're hugely important players, and it was the beauty of today with the way the game went and the scoreline. I was able to protect them as well because they've had minimal training. They're two hugely important players, and obviously the later they go in the game, the more at risk they are until we build their training load. So delighted to be able to take them off.
Just finally, Jacob Murphy's come in and he's had a really good game, and Joe Willock as well, who, the two players you probably haven't fired on all cylinders this season, but they were both really good today.
Yeah, very good. Murphy in different positions, but played very well today. Thought he was electric. And Joe Willock, yeah, he was unlucky not to score. I thought he was behind a lot of our good play, so delighted with both of them.
Callum was too worrying, they only got one goal, and then he was at the end of the league. He could have had a hat-trick like that 26 minutes, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, the one he's missed early on, he'd probably be disappointed with, that he didn't convert. The goal that he did score is a typical striker's finish. He's in the right place at the right time to finish the move off. But he's just a hugely important part of our team. He's the focal point. We rely on his goals, not just his goals, but his movement, his work rate. And I think his appearance in the team gave us confidence. And we've got other players to come back as well, which is a great prospect for us.
Eddie, the goal, which was a goal of great confidence from Miguel. Have you seen anything like that? Have you often seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. I mean, Crystal Palace last year, the goal he scored that day was a sort of an individual goal, similar parts to it than today's goal. But he's capable. He's capable of doing magical things. For me, that was a magical goal. Bruno again involved. They've got a really good understanding, the pair of them. So delighted for Miggy. He's such an infectious character. His work sort of epitomises our play, really. It was great to see him rewarded with 2 goals.
Miles, bye-bye. Into the middle.
One or two surprises in the team. Luke touched on Jacob Willock again at the start. Joelinton wasn't in the team. Just talk us through those decisions and in terms of the team.
Yeah, so Joelinton picked up a knee injury against Bournemouth. Hadn't trained. He wanted to be involved. The type of character that he is, I wanted to try and protect him, but know how important he is. So he was there if we needed him in an absolute emergency. But my hand was forced with him. Hopefully a good week's training will make the difference for him, and he'll be back next week, available for full selection. Matt Targett had been ill, so we decided not to risk him. So that's why I said in the press conference yesterday it had been a difficult 2 weeks for us, not just in terms of injuries, but illness running through the team as well. So delighted to come here and win off the back of that.
Saint-Maximin was very close to coming back. He wasn't close enough for this game. Next weekend?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it's always difficult to give a guarantee, but he did train with the team yesterday and trained well. But for me, it was too early to involve him. We need to make sure when he comes back he's fit enough to do himself and the team justice. So hopefully with a good training week under his belt, he could be closer.
How important is it after the international break, especially to be able to make those substitutions later on in the game without really risking any sort of
Yeah, I think it was vital for us. The difficulty is you can go into a game with a plan that you want to protect these players, but in the throes of the game when there's points at stake, it's very difficult to actually withdraw them when you know they can make the difference between winning and losing. So with the scoreline and the way the game was, it was really important that we're able to try and keep them fit.
Kieran?
When you have a red card or a game that's supposed to go in two ways, you could get frustrated. Maybe we've seen recent weeks get past form. It's tough to break down. How encouraged were you by how ruthless your players were at half time? Was that message to go for more goals even at 3-0?
It absolutely was. We were determined not to allow the game to become slow and stagnant, and that's the challenge. It's very difficult because you're expected to then take the game and create chances, but sometimes, as you say, it can be very difficult to do so, as we found the other way. Think back to Norwich last year at home when we did really well with 10 men against 11. So it's not always as easy as it appears. I think the goals came at good times for us. They enabled us to play with that freedom and expression in the second half, and I was slightly disappointed we didn't add more goals, a couple of really tight offsides, but as I said, today's not a day for any negatives. It's a very positive day for us.
It's maybe a little while since that opening day win. What's it like in the dressing room? And you can't tell them not to take it for granted. I know you mentioned that yesterday. It's key to move on.
Yeah, very much so. That was my message. Enjoy the moment. You know, it was great to celebrate with our supporters at the end. That was a long time since we've had that connection with them in a positive way. So I was very determined for the players to really enjoy that moment. And yeah, now we go back to training and work hard to make sure that we can try and feel that again next week.
Scott?
Miguel's first goal is obviously, a brilliant goal. In some ways though, his second goal is the kind of goal that he probably wouldn't score enough. And, if he can add that to his game and kind of, being in the box, getting on the end of things, poaching in and around, then that's going to be a real asset to you because, is that fair to you?
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I think he'll be judged in lots of different ways, Miggy, because he's not just a creative player. He's an absolute workhorse for us. He does so much out of possession, so much good, so much, I think, unseen good that benefits the team. But ultimately, as an attacking player, he will be judged on his goals, assists and product. And so today, to come away with 2 goals away from home, and as you say, different goals, a long-range volley and then a tap-in back post, I think that's a great thing for him to take from today.
It's probably not a fair comparison, but someone like Raheem Sterling really added that to his game. He wasn't a winger, but then all of a sudden scores 20 goals a season for Man City and gets into those kind of positions. Is that something that Miguel can at least aspire to being in and around those positions?
Yeah, I think we try and work hard with every player to analyse their games and give them a focus and an area to improve and develop. Miguel will be no different to any of our players in that respect, and it's about us as a team getting into really good areas and then putting balls into dangerous areas and then filling those areas with players. And it sounds simple, but it's quite difficult to deliver. But Miggy's done that today, and hopefully it's a really good start for it.
Catherine?
Hi, just going back to Callum. Obviously, you've come back from a spell out being injured, and obviously Isaac had come in taking his place, and he's out injured today. And I guess there's been a lot of talk about Isaac coming with the prize tag, but Callum, as you said, steps up today with the goal, and it's kind of, I guess, maybe not that he needed to remind people just kind of how important he is. Does he kind of really relish that competition against maybe the strikers?
Yeah, I think knowing Callum as I do, I don't think anything really phases him other than trying to be the best that he can be. He's got an incredible attitude to the game, an incredible way of looking at life and football. So he will see it as competition, but healthy competition. I think it will inspire him to perform better because he knows he's got someone with Chris Wood really breathing down his neck, and that's very healthy for the team.
John?
Just talk about the goal scorers, Sean Longstaff as well. I got on the score sheet today. How do you rate his performance, and how did you see that sort of midfield working in terms of obviously him, Willock and Joelinton in there?
Yeah, I thought midfield had a good look about it today. I thought we spoke about Joe, and I thought he performed really well. Bruno was pivotal really to everything that we did, and I think Sean's got a really nice way of linking play, being creative, but also being a goal threat. I think he's done that most of his career. He scored long-range goals. Today was more of a poacher's goal for him. But he's been excellent for me. He's never let me down. He's come in today and put in a really good performance. So he's really knocking on the door as well to start, which is a great thing for the group.
Just in terms of the midfield as well, was it a plan to get Bruno a little bit further forward, if you like, because she could be dictating more on the bank?
I think that's probably more the game. obviously playing in that slightly deeper role. That's where he started, but I think the game allowed him to play higher. We obviously want him to affect the game higher. He's so good with the passes for Miggy's goal. Really is a great example of what he can deliver for us. But there's a balance, because he's also very good at building attacks and starting them, and also defensively he's very, very good as well. So it's trying to get him in a position where you see his strengths. Today he was able to do that.